on, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment and I'll happily get back to you guys. Now let's talk about Vergil Ortiz and Maurice Hooker. This is my slightly delayed post-fight reaction, but I did watch the fight on Sunday morning. However, I'm only just getting to this video now, so apologies for that. But I'm just going to give my quick thoughts on it. And yeah, fantastic fight, man. Very entertaining fight to watch. I mean, there was a crowd there. It took place in Dallas, Texas, which is where both guys are from. Both men are from Texas, actually. And yeah, very lively, entertaining bout, man. Vergil Ortiz delivered the win. He came through the toughest test of his career by stopping Maurice Hooker in the 7th round. But up until then, it was a very, very good fight, man. Ortiz was definitely in control for most of it. However, Maurice Hooker did have his chances throughout the fight, man. He did have his moments, particularly in the 3rd and 4th round. I thought that Maurice Hooker was starting to do well. But the problem with Maurice Hooker, yeah, is that he just stands in the pocket for too long and doesn't utilize his abilities as he should. And when I say that, I mean he's got a long reach and he's not particularly a power puncher. And going up against Vergil Ortiz, who is a power puncher, especially considering that he's the naturally bigger man. I mean, he didn't make the weight first time on the scales. I know that the team said that there was an issue with the scales, but he's just a naturally bigger man. I mean, Maurice Hooker was a world level fighter. He's a world champion at 140 pounds. But at 147 pounds, it's just a different ball game. And you know, maybe he got caught up in the crowd and you know, the action. But Vergil Ortiz was really putting it on Hooker from the beginning, and Hooker was, you know, he was standing his ground most of the time. He you know, he was trading in the pocket as well, but he was coming off second best most of the time. And I just thought that with his particular style, Maurice Hooker, with the, you know, the long reach and, you know, the height, I thought that maybe he might try and keep Ortiz at bay at point. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it was tough to do so because Ortiz was just like a freak train coming forward, man. I mean, he was just literally just on a mission that night. But that's how he fights. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure Hooker knew this, but yeah, he got caught up in the action and then he was right there in the fire, man. He was trading in the pocket and he came off second best ultimately. The fight was stopped in the 7th round after Hooker suffered a right hand injury, but before then, I mean, Hooker was knocked down in the 6th round, and he was probably on the verge of getting stopped anyway, to be honest, because Ortiz definitely hurt him to the body in the round before. In the 6th round, he hurt Maurice Hooker pretty badly with a body shot. Maurice Hooker did hide it well, but then in the corner afterwards, I think he even told his trainer Bomac, who trains Terence Crawford, he told him that, you know, he couldn't breathe from the body shot. So fair play to Maurice Hooker for gutting it out, because it was a tough round for him. And then the next round, yeah, it was pretty much over after that. But yeah, all in all, very good fight, man. I mean, Errol Spence was in the crowd, considering it was in Dallas, Texas. He knows Vergil Ortiz pretty well. Terence Crawford was in the crowd as well. You know, his trainer Bomac was there. He trains with Maurice Hooker, so obviously he had a vested interest in the fight. And then after the fight, you know, it was entertaining as well, because Vergil Ortiz gave his post-fight interview, and you know, he was asked about who he'd like to fight next. And remember, this kid, he's only 22 years old. Do you know what I mean? He's got 17 wins, 17 KOs, and he called out the best of them all. You know, well, one of the best in Terence Crawford. He called him out, and he acknowledged that he might not be ready, but he said, let's just have it anyway. So fair play to him for doing that. There's not many people out there that are calling out Terence Crawford, and Vergil Ortiz, you know, a lot of people will look at him and feel maybe he's not ready yet, but he is a talent. You know, he is a potential superstar in the making, and maybe this is the fight that he wants. I mean, Crawford is, you know, a fantastic fighter, one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound, and you know, no one can deny that. But as of now, yeah, Crawford, he's looking for an opponent. It's looking like that he may be fighting Sean Porter next. I know that there was rumors about maybe Josecito Lopez, but I think that it could be Sean Porter. Hopefully it is, because the Errol Spence fight is not happening. I mean, as much as we want to see it, and very disappointing that is, considering both men were there as well in the arena, and Terence Crawford literally just dismissed that fight now. Disappointing on both sides, you know what I mean? I don't even want to get into it anymore. You know, both of these guys, in my honest opinion, are disappointing me. Not fighting each other, you know, just a clash of egos and how much money one person believes they're worth. And, you know, I've had enough of that at the end of the day, and it's very disappointing. But I'm digressing. If I move on, Terence Crawford, yeah, he looks like that he could be fighting Sean Porter next. So who knows, man? Ortiz, fair play to him for even calling out Terence Crawford. Crawford was there on the side of the ring and he was literally shaking his head like, you're not ready, man, you're not ready for this. But you know, maybe it was the crowd or what, but yeah, Virgil Ortiz, he called out Terence Crawford, and he's ready to make that step up now. I mean, Maurice Hooker at light welterweight anyway, he was a world level operator. At welterweight, it remains to be seen. It was pretty much his first or second fight there. So I mean, let's see how far Virgil Ortiz can go, and where does Maurice Hooker go from here? I mean, I think it's going to be difficult for him at welterweight, to be honest, because I don't know if he has the power to garner the respect from the top level fighters. And then if you're not gonna, you know, employ a back foot game, then it's going to be very difficult at that weight. You know what I mean? There's a lot of tough guys at welterweight, man. So interesting to see where he goes from here. But let me know what you guys thought about the fight, and you know, where do you think Virgil Ortiz should go next? Do you think that he should be fighting Terence Crawford next, or would you like to see him maybe, you know, maybe like a Keith Thurman? Maybe someone like that. The possibilities are endless, man. They're endless. But let me know what you guys think anyway in the comment section below. Who would you like to see Virgil Ortiz fight next? And what do you think's next for Maurice Hooker as well, man? Very good fight there in Dallas, Texas. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video.